Alright you guys, welcome to another tutorial on my channel, and in today's tutorial we are going to be building this medieval Tudor type of house thing. Bottom line is, the reason why I built it is because it is made with the new block calcite, as well as, what is this stuff called? I don't even... Deep slate and calcite are my two new favorites right now. Oh, and of course copper. Who can forget the copper? So just to get your blocks ready, you're going to want dark oak wood and dark oak planks, or I guess slabs, whatever you want to call those. Dark oak signs, a bunch of deep slate variants for slabs, stairs, and the blocks. Calcite. Then diorite in the polished and the regular, as well as diorite stairs, because that is going to be needed as well. But without further ado, let's get right into this tutorial. And if you do enjoy my tutorials, make sure you leave a like down below. Comment if you have anything else you'd like to see me build, and subscribe if you're new, because I'm almost at 1,000 subs, and that'd be great if I could actually hit that eventually. And like I said, let's get on with the tutorial. Alright, so to get started on this building, we're first going to do the outline on the bottom, which consists of these dark oak logs. Let's just get everything else out of my hotbar. And it's pretty simple when you think about it. It's basically a giant L, like here's the front, and then it goes back this way, and then it turns on the back, and it turns back in and creates this little L. Essentially, that's what it is. And everything is 7 blocks apart from the logs. So we're going to come over here. We're going to put down a log like that. And we're going to go over 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and another log. Then we're going to turn and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and log. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, log. And then turn again. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it should be perfectly lined up with the first one. Now we're going to extend it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basically on the 8th one you'll place it. Then we're going to turn it back again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then inside one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there. And again, it should be in line with all of the logs. So it should look a little something like this. Oh, there. Now you're going to want to build up these logs. They're all going to go up exactly 6 blocks, including this first one, so that's 5 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct. And you want to do that to all of these ones here. So let me do that until they're all like this. Also, I forgot to mention there is background noise because it's hot and my AC is blasted, but it has to be or else I will die. Now we're going to go real quick and connect all of these on the top 6th block here. There's going to be another dark oak beam that connects it, and they'll all be 7 blocks apart if we've counted this correctly at least. Let me go ahead and put these in. And in the end, you should have something that looks like this. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and texturize everything here because I did it already in this example build. So I'm going to actually build this one all with you on camera with just 1 block at a time, essentially. But as you can tell over here, it looks much better when it is texturized, but it's up to you. If you want to keep it looking clean, you can keep it looking clean. The next thing we're going to do is start filling in this bottom here. Pretty much the entirety of the bottom is deep slate with some calcite / diorite at the top, as you can see on this wall. You got deep slate creeping up and then calcite at the top there. But bottom line is the way you're going to want it to be. I'm not going to do the door. We'll save the door for last. But all the other walls are pretty much identical. And they're essentially, like I said, deep slate until you have calcite at the top. Calcite at the top is only the top 2 blocks, which is technically here, and it is pushed back an extra block. Actually, I should have mentioned deep slate is also pushed back. So the deep slate is pushed back 1 from the dark oak. The calcite is pushed back another 1 from the deep slate, and it only can be seen on these top 2 layers, essentially. And so the deep slate because if we kept it like this, you could see this gap here. We don't want that, so I just brought the deep slate all the way up on the sides. And then I do something like, let me get, and I do some like, you know, a little bit of like, kind of like this gradient thing into this kind of circle, half moon type of arch to it. So it looks like the stone's been kind of worn down over time, and you're starting to see the walls that are behind it. Now down here, I also said dark oak signs because I use those to make it look like They are kind of like the wood beams that go across the Tudor houses on the white walls up above, which is why we have them on the bottom here just to make it look seamless, and then as well on the top parts up here, just kind of giving it that more of a Tudor medieval vibe. Now you're going to want to do this to all of the sides except for the front. Unless you're going to make another entrance or exit in the back, you can do that as well. And I can copy the front, which I'll show you in a second. However, if you did want to add in windows of some sort, instead of doing full-blown windows like I did up above, because I wanted them to be a bit more mob-proof, and I didn't want them to be too small like that. Well, I guess those are kind of big compared to what I did. Down below, the windows are actually just stairs. So if you want to throw in a couple windows, let's say right here, you can plop in a stair if you want, like that. You can plop in a couple little ones, kind of all over the place. And then let's do another one there, and then just replace the signs so that it still looks seamless and you still see the windows going in. Or if you want to feel like it's an even older building, you can do this as well to give it more of a worn down type of look. So let me go ahead and fill this in. Now before we head over to the door and make that, I did want to let you know that there is a gap here, and what I did was essentially just made another log that came down here to cover up that gap on all of these little sides here. It's just one of the things you have to do when you build with so much depth like this in your builds. Otherwise you have this weird gap that you can see right up into the ceiling or wherever it's gonna look. Now you don't have to use the dark oak logs like I am. You could use planks instead, because really it's hard to tell because it's so dark there, but it's up to you. I just prefer to give it more seamless looking, like it's just a thick log basically holding the wall up. Now for the door frame, it's pretty much the same as the walls, as in it's all deep slate and then it's got some calcite on top. However, it does have an archway to it, so it goes up. We have the sides that go all the way up to the top here, so it goes up by 6, right? By 5, sorry. And then the second block in on each side goes up 3, and then it has a stair upside down on both sides, a stair going right side up on top of that, and then a full block in the middle with a half slab on top with, again, this natural arch appearing. Then I went ahead and built a door right there, and I wanted to cover this up with wood to make it look like it was a bigger door than just this guy. But you can't do it on the outside, because if you did it here, it would not cover this block. So you have to put it behind the wall so that it does cover the block, like so. 1, 2, and 3, and one more. There we go. Until it's like this. Plus it does give a little extra dimension and depth added to the door itself, which I particularly like. And then you just want to fill in the back part here with calcite, like so. And then up here, again, you can do it with the dark oak logs, just filling it in. Alright, so that pretty much does it for all the deep slate part of this build. And again, I didn't do it, but of course the dark oak signs look really great going along there. It's details, as you can see here. Now moving on, we're going to do these little I don't even know what to call them, but these little pieces that stick out from the roof. So we're going to go ahead and grab dark oak logs, which I'm sorry, I didn't have it on my hotbar. You're going to come up to the 6th log here, and you're going to stick it out by 2 on both sides of this corner. It's the right side of the door. And then, so you bring it out by 2, and then on the 3rd one, I guess technically you need to bring it down 1 and then go up, because you want the log to go facing vertically, not horizontally here. So again, the 3rd one, you want to go vertically, not horizontal, like that. Then we want to give it a little arch to it so it doesn't look like it's just there out of nowhere. So we're going to do a full plank, then a slab, and then the next one just a plank, and then a half slab. So it got this little arch to it so that you can think that it's being supported by the wood beams. And again, on this side, you're going to come out 2. You're going to go make sure it comes up vertically. And again, it's got the exact same type of arch to it. On this side as well, you want it to match essentially the same way here. And up. And then finally, one more time. Nope, I'm not singing that. I could get copy striked. Let's not do that. There we go, until you have your little arches all set up like this. Now you're going to go ahead and connect them all with these little horizontal pieces like that. So you have one connecting there, and then you have this one long log connecting these 3 arches all together. Now when you come up, you want to build them up by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and do that to all of them. So let me get that done. There's only one that technically does not go up to 5, which is this back middle one here, because there's going to be a roof. Oh wait, I apologize. It's this front one. This one shouldn't even exist. Front one, because there's going to be a roof covering it, versus these ones stick out from the roof itself. Now with these edges, I wanted to give them a little extra definition, so I stuck out on the top here, and then on the 5th log up, one little side piece, just like that. A little side piece on that one, and then one more all the way on the edge here. Underneath them, I put a spruce fence gate to make it look like it was supported by some more wood. However, you could pick a dark oak or any other color fence gate that you'd like, of course. I just picked spruce because it definitely lightens it up a little bit and stands out a bit more. I would have done spruce for the arch as well, but it just didn't look that right. Now we do have another log that connects up here. You want to go up and leave a 3-block gap and then connect this top part, so basically the 5th log gets connected right across. It does as well for the other side, so let me go ahead and put that in place too. Although for this one, it doesn't really matter as much with this block. Like I said, it could be a 4 or a 5 because it is going to get covered by the roof itself. The only thing that matters is when you look up like this. But again, this block could be empty because you don't see it at all when you're looking up because it's being blocked by the side ones. So again, that's up to you. If you want to save wood, it saves you 1 piece. We're also going to connect these side ones here. Just give it a twofer thing. There we go. And on the side here. Now these front 2, or I should say these back 2 logs on the front. So this section here goes up another 5 blocks. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope that was 5. It seemed laggy. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It was not. It was laggy until we have it like that. And so this one also goes up a total of 10 blocks if you count the one that's here, until they're matching like so. Now for this back section here, there is one more log that goes from starting here. You go up 1, 2, and on the 3rd, it has another connecting log, like so, until it comes over like that. Now at this point, we're pretty much done with dark oak logs, although you can use it for more detailing if you'd like. For instance, with the calcite, if I can grab it, the whole walls here are essentially calcite the whole way, and you can leave the walls as calcite completely, or you can do what I did on this original one, and you can put an extra dark oak log right here in the middle, just again to give it a little extra depth. I guess color change would be better in this at this point. See, it's got this little line in it, or you can keep it blank like I did up here, how it just has the horizontal dark oak instead. But that's up to you. So I want to go ahead and fill in this other side of the house that sticks out with calcite real quick and be right back until it looks like this. And again, you can put in the dark oak logs if you want, but I decided not to just because, you know, I've already detailed it over there like crazy. Additionally, we do have another spruce fence gate right here, just to make it look like it is upholding the roof a little extra, you know? Now on the bottom here, you'll notice that we do have these little sections that are open to the world to see, and you can go ahead and just fill it in with a half slab of dark oak. It gives it a little extra depth if you're paying attention, even though it is so dark, so it's kind of hard to tell. But if you fill it in like that, you don't see anything else, and it's got a floor basically for when you're up here as well. And I said we were done with dark oak logs, but I actually forgot this log right here also needs to go up to match in height here. So basically 10, including this first one. So 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 until we have them all equal like that. Now for the roofs, at least for these two, actually these two little parts that stick out, as well as for the left side, they are pretty easy to figure out. These two upper parts that are sticking out are done with stairs, and that stick out like so. So you start your first row of copper stairs 1 block out from this main wall, and then again we just go up in a perfect little stair height thingy. Now when doing that, it does leave you technically this gap here where you have no calcite, nothing else, and it just, you can see in. So I went ahead and I filled it up with diorite / calcite mix, as well as did upside down stairs on the outskirts to give it a little extra definition. And of course, as you can tell, I texturized it with the partially decayed, whatever they call it, copper stairs. So that's how you're going to do it on this side, and that's how you're going to want to do it on this side as well. They both basically go up, I believe it's 5 stairs. Oh, 4 stairs, I apologize. Then when you get up here to where the logs are, there is a gap, and you could go up higher with one more set of stairs, but I just decided to flatten out, and I used regular copper blocks like so. And same thing for this side here. You're going to build it up, and then here you're going to want to connect it with the copper blocks like so. I'm not going to actually do the roof on this part just because that's a lot to put in. Now for this side that sticks out here, it's going to be the same super simple roof, only instead of having stairs, it's copper slabs that starts on the upper half slab here. I also forgot to mention that right here you're going to have another log that sticks out from both sides, just on the parts where basically the roofs are actually sloped on. Then you're going to, of course, take it all the way up until you reach this log. Hello, that's what words are called. So you're going to bring it up like so, and you'll see again you have this other huge gap here, which you can fill in with calcite or your diorite calcite mixture like I did. Now for our main roof up here on the very tippy top, we're going to start on this top log here. You're going to put a block here just as a placeholder and then push it out by 1. So essentially you want your roof to start with a straight up, correct side up stair that is kitty cornered out from this block. Of course, you want to do that for both sides, and of course, like so. Now this is a very simple, I say simple, but it's really not, but my simple medieval looking type of arch to a roof. So you're going to do regular stair, then upside down stair, then full block, then regular stair. Can you place it? Thank you. Then upside down stair, then full block, then regular stair, then upside down stair, then full block, and I believe that's it. So let me just make sure they are even. Again, that's regular stair, upside down stair, full block, regular stair, upside down stair, full block, regular stair, upside down stair, and as you can tell we are right here in the middle. So instead of doing another full block, which you could do if you wanted to make it taller, honestly, you could do another full block up, another regular stair up, and then connect it like that. It'd give you a much taller looking type of roof. In fact, I kind of like that better. I originally, though, instead of doing a full block here, I built it with a regular stair instead of a full block, and then an upside down stair to give it a little edge, and a half slab on top. I don't know which one. I kind of like the other one better. Either way, both are great options. And of course, to fill this in, you're going to take your calcite and diorite mixture, or just calcite. You're going to push it back by 1 from the log, like we've been doing for all of our walls, and fill it in as such. And I'm just going to bring this roof over a little more, just so that it actually is lined up with this wall. And from here you can easily fill in where you see there's holes in the roof that you want to actually have a wall behind, until you got something like this. Ta-da! We can finish it here. No, I'm kidding. I mean, we could if you wanted it blank with no other details. That's totally fine. As you can see, though, I went ahead and I took the dark oak signs, and the dark oak signs are actually placed on the second block up, as well as the 5th block up. So 2nd, 3, 4, and 5, like so. And I also went ahead and added, obviously, windows up here that are not little side. Although you could easily do a window just like this if you wanted, instead of having a full-blown one. But I wanted to actually be able to put glass in it, so I made these windows a little bit bigger. That's not meant to happen. Like so. And then actually right here too. And the plus side with these signs, because they take up only like the middle section of the block, you can still see the little indent for your actual windows, so it does not take away from the beauty of your windows having this much depth to it, just by putting a sign on top of the stair, like so. I believe I did 3 on the original build, Let me see. Yeah, I did 3 windows and then one on top. And this one currently has 2 windows, which I might end up doing just 2 windows instead. Just so that I have more room. I went ahead and switched the roof back, and yeah, I kind of like it better. Being taller with that full block at the end instead of having a stair and then a stair. Huh. But again, now you see 2 different types of roofs, which are perfectly doable. This is repeated on the back side, at least this upper half part, where it is cut off actually exactly where this is, so you can literally copy this identically on this section up above when you put the roof in. The only thing that is left to talk about is this. I did absolutely nothing, but some ideas on the back. Obviously fill in with calcite and your diorite mixture, even though I did not fill it in with my diorite mixture, I just did calcite. You could put in 3 windows, you could put in 2 windows, and these are kind of big windows when you look at it. And I didn't put any dark oak signs either, but that is up to you. You could if you wanted to. On these sides here, so like ideally I'd make it line up with this, but that would be in the middle of the window. So I guess not. Or you can make the window smaller and make the line work out. But honestly, I don't think this side really needs a dark oak sign to it. You could add it if you want. I mean, you could change this all up and do a different configuration of windows, or just no windows at all. That's totally up to you. And then finally, this last side here, which I have yet to even fill in, needs to be filled in with calcite until you reach the top of the roof, which is right here. If I could just bring you over. So basically, calcite would fill that whole thing in. Of course, pushed back 1 block, that's diorite, from the actual log outline until you got something like this. And then from there, as you can see on this side, I broke it up, like I said, with the dark oak signs. I did 1 on the 4th block and then 1 on the 8th block. And then the 8th block carried over to this side because it's symmetrical, basically. Not symmetrical. You know, whatever. I don't know what to call it. And the tippy top here, I did cover it with blocks like this so that you don't see up and into it. However, that means bringing the calcite up 1 more time. My bad. Until you have something like this. But yeah, I know I didn't finish building this all the way. However, since I had this here, you could clearly see the detail work that I put in and the different ways you can do windows and such. And I think that's going to have to do it for this tutorial. Well, I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial. I know I had a lot of fun designing it and building it with you guys here on camera. Also know that I will be building this on Jersey Boys fan server, hopefully by the end of this week, which you're going to see this on Saturday, so it should already be up. And then here's the tutorial for it. And of course, please make sure to catch me on those live streams if you want to see more from Jersey Boys fan server, as I'll be doing a lot of work on there in my live streams. No videos of it, just live streams. And of course, like I said, I hope you did enjoy this tutorial. If you did, leave a like, comment if you have anything like to comment, and subscribe if you're new. As always, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys.